Hello, my name is Randy Dobson. I'm an instructor here in the Houston, Texas area. And this video is going to be covering one of my assignments for my online courses. I'm just going to kind of show it to you here. These two objects right here. Uh, the first thing to remember is no, this is not isometric. No, you're not doing with just lines. You're actually creating a solid object, and then before you send it to me, you're going to put it in wireframe, and I'm going to kind of show you that here. Let me put this off to the side. The first thing is, if you open up your AutoCAD and you see that you're still in 2D, you come down here to the bottom right and you'll see that little cog, little wheel. If you don't see it there, open up your customization and it should be workspace switching right there. But go back to that and change it to 3D modeling, not 3D basics, because it doesn't have quite everything on there. Go to 3D modeling and you'll notice here it'll take a couple seconds for it to come up. Now, the other thing is, which I didn't start the drawing right, I'm actually going to close this down. I'm going to not save it. I'm going to open a template right here, and I want to open up a 3D template. And now you will see that I am in the 3D environment. I've already still got my menu up here, which is fine. But now you can see I've got the X, Y, and Z in front of me. So when I work, I can actually visualize it more. Now this one right here, and I'm going to try to, let's see if I can get this to kind of squeeze over a little bit so I can have this going at the same time. Okay. All right, so this one, there's actually a couple ways you can do it. The first and easiest way is, if you notice, there is a constant little, like a floor plan right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw that with just a polyline, and then I'm going to extrude it up. That is it. Okay. Another way would be to create this box and then subtract out this piece right here, which takes a few more steps. But let's go with the easy one first. And again, I'm only going to be drawing this bottom outline right here. So I'm going to go to P line, and we'll just start at this corner right here. I'm going to start, as you see, I'm kind of all over the place, so I'm going to hit F8 to get my ortho on. So my first distance is 1.8. There it is. So I got to kind of zoom in here a little bit. It's pretty small. There we go, 1.8. And then I'm going to go over 1.2. And I'm just pointing it in that direction with my ortho and typing in 1.2. And now I'm going to go back, which is this 0.9. Then I'm going to go over this 1. Now I'm going to come back the 0.9. Now this can be a little confusing. You have to do a little bit of math. You've got a 1.2 and a 1. So 2.2 from 3.4 is actually going to be 1.2. Pretty easy math. 1.2. And then we're going the back way, which is back to the 1.8. Now I could type in 3.4, or I'm just going to hit C for close. So there is the base of my object. So I've drawn this in 2D. I know all of you can draw in 2D. So now I'm going to come up here to one of these four options that takes a 2D object and turns it into 3D. Now remember, I did this all in a P line. It has to be one object. If you end up doing it all as lines, join it all together. It needs to be one object. I'm going to go to extrude. Let's see if there we go. I'm going to click on my object. That's the only one I'm going to select. So I hit enter. And now I'm going to go up or down. I'm going to go up, which here's that distance of 2. I'm going to go up 2. and I'm done. Okay, only thing left for me now is right up here where the views are, the realistic. Change that to 2D wireframe. Does that look familiar? Again, no dimensions are needed, no text. Now I'm going to take this back to realistic. Another way that you can do this is I could draw this rectangle box right up here with one of the primitives. I could go to box and ask for a corner. I'm going to give it a corner, and now I'm going to go with length right here, and the length is 3.4, and the width, oops, I'm sorry, let me start that over. I'm sorry, let me start box over. The length is 1.8. Now the length, or the width, is 3.4, and then the height is 2. So there I have my object. Okay, now if I wanted to, because this little notch is in the center, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create this void. I'm going to create an object, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. It is 0.9, so I'm going to go box, pick here, length is 0.9, and width is 1. Now I can take this up as long as I want. I don't need to do exactly 2. I could take it up to 3, and I'm going to show you why. So this, what I've created here, is the void area that's going to be there. So I'm going to go to move, just regular old move. You remember this from 2D. I'm going to go to move. Now the common point for this, it asks for a base point. I'm going to go to the midpoint right here, and now I'm going to go to the midpoint right here. Okay, so I'm going to type in mid, M-I-D. So now it's in the midpoint. So you can see how it's sitting inside there. Okay, so I've got this object ready to go. The next thing is right here, which is subtract. And these are all videos that I have. I'm going to go subtract. You always select the object you want to keep there. Hit enter. What is the object you want to subtract? This. Hit enter. And identical objects. Okay. Now the second one doesn't have the outline like I did on this first one. This one is going to be a subtract, and it will be basically the same thing I did here. The only thing that's a little confusing, and if it helps you, you can go ahead and do it to the midpoint. This is not actually sitting in the midpoint. Don't know why they did it like that, because 1.5 and 0.8 is 2.3. So from there, that means this is going to be 0.7. But we'll just, for the sake of ease, let's just do it like it's a center point. So I'm going to go here to box. I'm going to click here. I'm going to go length, which is 2. And oops, I'm sorry. Let me start that over. There we go. Length is 2. And I'm not sure why that's coming off crooked. Let me just make sure I didn't move something here. Box. Okay. Length is 2. Well, it is going to challenge me here. Let's try this one more time. Length is 2. I don't know why it's going at an angle. I'll have to figure that out here in a second. Well, let me go ahead and figure that out right now. Box. I want to select right there. I'm going to go to length. I'm going to give it 0.9. Okay, I guess I should have moved my mouse. Now it's asking, oops, I tell you, length is 2. There we go. Width is 3. And then the height is the 1.8. and then I'm going to just stop. I'm done with that one. Now I'm going to go back and create this little thing like I did over here. So I'm going to go to box, start over here, type in L for length. The length would be 1.5. Okay. Here we go again with this thing getting off, and I'm not sure why that's happening, but here are the dimensions: 1.5, 1, and 1.5. So it's actually a cube. I could actually do it as a cube. We'll go to box, click here, we'll go cube. I guess my ortho, no, I guess my ortho wasn't on. That one's on me. The cube, I'm going to go 1.5. Okay. And now, actually, I'm going to erase this. Let's start over. Box. Pick this. I'm going to go length 1.5. Width 1.5. Height, I'm just going to go, well, we'll just go 1 because I do need that point. So now what I've done, and I apologize for all the mistakes here, I've made this box is actually this opening right here. So now the midpoint right here and this midpoint are common. So I just go to move, pick this box, hit enter, type in MID. For that midpoint, type in MID for that point. Now you can't see it, but let me kind of highlight it. See, there it is right there. So I will go back up here to subtract, pick what I want to keep, hit enter, come over here. If I can't see, it's not letting me select it. If it won't let you select it, then just kind of window it. Once you have it windowed, select it, hit enter, and you're done. Come up here from realistic to wireframe, and there you have your 2 assignments right there. So it's a little bit of a challenge, but I wanted you to see how it can be very easy. Okay, again, you can still utilize your 2D skills and just add a 3D command here. So give that a try, and if you still have any questions, you know how to reach me. Thank you.